How's it going?
It's going very good.
Nice.
Where are you at right now?
I'm at home in Jacksonville, Florida,
Oh, cool.
northeast Florida on the Atlantic Ocean, just below the Georgia line.
Awesome. With the Jaguars hat.
Jaguar,
Yeah.
Jaguars.
Yeah. No. How's it going?
It's going really good. Since I'm leaving for a tour tomorrow to Phoenix, my wife celebrated Cinco de Mayo last night, so I might be a little,
That's fair.
I had Trace de Mayo. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Bird.
What did y'all do?
I ain't telling.
Fair
Well, we had some margaritas.
enough. As you
Of
should.
course.
Wait, so you're going to Phoenix?
Yeah, our May tour starts tomorrow at Phoenix. We're flying out tomorrow. The first show is Wednesday,
Hmm.
and then on to
Are
California.
you a big NFL fan in general, or?
Well, I like the Jaguars. They're our only team that's professional,
Yeah.
and I follow them. I like the Braves.
Okay.
That's
Right.
baseball.
Yeah.
That's about it. In college, Georgia,
Yeah. Did you
University of Georgia,
did you play any sports growing up or anything like that, or just music?
just music.
Nice.
I'm not good
Yeah.
at sports. I ride my bicycle
Yeah.
every morning and every evening.
What
So
kind-
what
what kind of-
about, do you do that on tour?
No, unfortunately, we haven't figured that out. I guess we
Yeah.
could rent bikes or something, but usually between shows, I'm pretty laid back and just resting and walking.
Mhm.
Totally.
We had a member of our band bought a bike and brought it with him for about 6 months in the back of the trailer. And by the end of the tour, everyone else in the band was pretty, respectfully
That's
fed up,
crazy.
but take it out of the trailer every day.
He wasn't using it enough to warrant like everyone just had to throw it out of the way to load the gear and everything.
Yeah, that's a problem. I don't want to put my guys through that. I would probably ride every day though if I could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it on the rider. That'd be a fun rider item. A bicycle to
Mhm.
ride. Be good.
Well, we don't have any sort of prompt of anything that we're necessarily supposed to ask or talk about, I think.
Yeah.
We feel absolutely honored to be talking to you. It's really what I can say.
Well, I'm honored that you're covering my song. That's a songwriter's dream, I think, to have
Yeah.
people do their songs.
Yeah, I would agree. It's happened to us once or twice.
Yeah, I heard your cover and it's really good. Thank you.
Appreciate
You
that.
did a
That
great
means a lot.
job.
Yeah, thanks.
That means the world.
Yeah. Are you still like are you still recording on a tape? I know, like I read a couple things about, you have like this affinity for like a 2-track tape machine, that kind of like you started demoing on a long time ago, but are you still recording that way, or how you like to
No, after Music and Dreams in the studio, the tape recorder was like, okay, that's kind of ancient. I'm not going to do that anymore. But I truly wish that I could get the same reel to reel and I would start over right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be a wonderful journey.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess like something that I was curious about with like, especially those recordings and the recording of See You Later, I'm Gone, is it has such a specific sound of kind of like discovering home recording or something like that, that you can only recreate once. And once you go into the studio, that kind of charm is a lot of times lost. And I think now in 2026, there's a lot of digital tools to recreate an old tape machine and stuff. Do you have any feeling on those things? Do you think they kind of like bring the same process along, or do you think the limitation of kind of like figuring out a 2-track tape machine in your house is kind of like the best way to do that?
I think having the actual machine is the best way because that's part of the creative process.
Exactly. Yeah.
Pushing the buttons and stuff. I don't know. I don't think you get the same feel.
Mm-hmm.
They're both good, But what I used to do with the reel to reel was, now I look back and think it's quite amazing. At the time, I thought it was all I had, and it's just what I had to work with. It was that and an old Shure SSH 55, I believe is what it's called, like the Elvis Presley kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't believe how well it recorded everything, considering what it was, how it picked up the separation. Um, it was not like we specifically did things a certain way. It's just
Mm-hmm.
we used what we had.
Mm-hmm.
And we would record like bass, guitar, vocal on the left side, and then add lead guitar, vocal on the right. And somehow it would blend magic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's
And it had a certain feel too. And we thought we were the Beatles or something, we thought we were good. We were in our own little world.
You were good. And you remained friends with some of the people that you used to play with and stuff, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. My lead guitarist, Hans Van Brackle, joined us in Houston in March. That was fun. My bass player and drummer came to our show in Pensacola, Florida, which was fun. They didn't play, but they enjoyed being there. And the guys I play with are in their 20s and 30s. And it was as if they were meeting the Rolling Stones or something, they were just psyched. We're meeting a legend here, the legends.
Yeah.
And they enjoyed that.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's cool.
Do you remember anything specifically about writing "See You Later, I'm Gone"?
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
know that's a vague question, but
I was in my first year of college at South Georgia College, which was part of the university, and my grades were awful. I had just lost a girlfriend. She just drifted away. I didn't understand it. I was miserable. And to me, the best thing to do was to go home. And it was like I told all those other things, see you later, I'm gone. I went home for the summer, hooked up with my friends that I had made music with, and we started doing more reel-to-reel recordings. And I did go back to school and formed a band, and I used some of my hometown friends with some college friends. And that band was called Abacus.
Mm-hmm.
But see you later, I'm gone. I listened to it this morning. It's like it really brings out a lot about the feeling of being homesick or wanting something that you've left behind.
mm-hmm.
And usually that happens in the fall for me.
Mm-hmm.
The summer leaves were turning brown. Right now they're pretty green.
Yeah.
But to me, and also it can be a reflection on the fall of your life. That time of year, you're approaching older age, which I have achieved, and you just start thinking about the past and how you just want to go back to simplicity. My friends say I should have been a weatherman. I'm always keeping up with the weather. The weather can affect your mood. See You Later, I'm Gone is on the Archives album called Ode to a Rainy Day.
Yeah.
And in the summertime, if we couldn't go out and play and have a good time, and even as a teenager, we say, okay, come to my house. We'll bring your guitar. We'll record something.
Mm-hmm.
And that was inspired us to do that. And it was all we could really do. I mean, we didn't have games back then, we didn't have phones,
Mm-hmm.
so I think that was a very fortunate thing for me to grow up in that era because I could just be creative.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, you're inherently more focused, less distraction, like weeded into your brain.
Yeah.
Was there ever another recording of "See You Later, I'm Gone"? Because I feel like my other favorite song of yours is "Show Me to the Window," and there's the version on the Rainy Day comp, and then there's the version on Music and Dreams.
Yeah.
And the difference between those, I don't know which one's my favorite. They're both, obviously the one on the comp feels like more like a demo or Yeah, just a bit more lo-fi, and I think we're typically attracted to versions like that. I just
Mhm.
wonder if there was ever a more polished or like, yeah, any
Yeah.
sort of different recording of See You
Yeah,
Later.
I recorded See You Later, I'm Gone at a friend's studio here in Jacksonville. And it's a little more slick and, you know, not as loose sounding. Uh, and I even added a bridge because I did this songwriters night thing, and
Whoa.
the guy kept saying, "You need a bridge. That's a good song, but you need a bridge." And I said, and he gave me his card, and I said, "Okay." I never called him. And then I talked to some other friends. You think the song needs a bridge? And they said, it could. So I wrote a bridge, and the newer recording has the bridge. It's kind of near the end, and it's really good. But we just did a tour last year with Beethoven, and the guy in Beethoven goes, "Why did you add the bridge?" So I guess you can't win. You can't please everybody. But yes, there is a newer recording, but the older has soul. It has soul to
Mm.
it.
But when did you make the newer recording? When was that done?
It was about 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. Um, I have it on CD, and it's probably on Spotify, unless it's been taken off now. But and Show Me to the Window. You mentioned that.
Yeah.
I like the Music and Dreams version because it has the string sound kind of thing, and it's very polished. But in the demo version, the reel to reel, you can hear my voice break just perfectly. You know,
Mhm.
not so much where you want to go back and redo it. It breaks in a way that the feeling of the song, the feel of the song is there. And I think a lot of people like that version better for that reason.
Speaking of vocals, when you're tracking on your reel to reel, were you doubling, or were you somehow like like recording your vocals a few times?
Yeah, yeah. The recorder I had was a very simple Sears recorder, and I would record on the left side and then sing along with myself on the right side.
Got you.
That doubled the vocals.
Yeah, yeah. We were trying to figure out how to like, I feel like that was one of the things that also drew us to that song, is the way that the vocals sound, perfectly doubled, and we were trying to like recreate that in our recording. It was fun to kind of figure
Yeah.
out, reverse
Like,
engineer it.
like even when I record now in a studio, it's pretty easy to double just by
Yeah,
me doing it. Whereas they could push a button,
yeah.
they could make 500 of me probably, you know. But there's something about the almost getting it right, but not, that makes it better.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and with that song, it really adds. It just feels so like devastating, the vocal performances, and especially when they don't line up.
Mhm.
Thank
No,
you.
it's
You
beautiful.
guys have great vocals, by the way.
Thank you. That means a lot.
I used to sing because I was the only one that would.
Yeah.
But
That,
my band now is, like I said, they're in their 20s, and they're great, and they sing wonderfully. They individually, they're better singers than me, but they're not me.
yeah. People,
And I
people
say
are
that
saying,
kind of humbly, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they're awesome.
Where'd you meet your band? Like
Uh,
where?
I met Brooke Garwood. She had a band called Sunchild. I saw her at Riverside Art Market downtown. It's kind of a outdoor kind of arts thing where they have music and crafts. And she was performing, and I saw something in her that reminded me of me when I was that age. And I went down to meet her, and I said, "I enjoyed your set. My name is Robert Lester Folsom." And she said, "Oh, okay." And later she's emailing me or something, or FaceTiming me, or Facebooking me, whatever. Uh, she had not realized who I was, and I wasn't like, that's not bragging. It's just she didn't realize I was another musician that had written all these songs. And she said she wanted to get with me and talk, and over coffee, and we got together out at the beaches. That's where she lives. And she had a band called Sunchild, and and I had a friend in Jacksonville that played bass, and we kind of merged the band. We did a show in Chicago at the Hideout, and I needed her to perform background vocals, and she plays the glockenspiel. And then she said, we sold out the Hideout. She says, we need to go to LA. I said, okay, let's go. I said, where are you going to book us? She said, the Troubadour. I said, everybody else kind of giggled. I said, okay, do it. The very next week, we were booked at the Troubadour. And that kind of opened a lot of doors.
Yeah.
Anyway, that tour went so well. And it just kind of, some people say I stole her band, but that's not true. She's in my band, and she still has Sunchild. They perform separately sometimes. In fact, they opened for us on that West Coast tour last year, and which was kind of an easy way to do things. But that's how I got this band. The band I had before was a group of guys close to my age, and they were really good musicians, but they had regular jobs. There's no way in the world they could do what we're doing now. And I knew that, and I kind of took a little sabbatical that summer, and then of course I merged with the Sunchild band.
Awesome.
Was there, because you played shows when you were originally writing all the stuff, you know, probably a little bit more local. Yeah, was there any, like, did you have any strong or like, yeah, any pressing feelings when it was time to like come back and you know, start like actually doing national tours and stuff? I could just imagine that I would feel really a lot of different ways about it, I guess.
It was like, let's just do it.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know what was going to happen. I really didn't. Back in the day when I was young, we just did proms, VFW clubs, things like that, local, mostly local. Just gigs to make a little bit of money, have fun. This was going to be a little bigger, a lot bigger. And it was just, let's just jump right into the pool. Let's do it.
Yeah.
We didn't know what to expect. I had no idea we would ever sell out the Troubadour. That was the second show of the tour. We played the Casbah in San Diego and had a very, very big crowd. I don't think it was quite a sellout, but it was thick. I loved it.
Yeah, we've played the Casbah, we know.
Yeah, cool. We're going back there this week.
Oh, amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll be there hearing the planes fly over.
Yeah. Right by the water. Yeah.
With a cigarette, you hear 40 planes, whatever.
Are you coming to Chicago on this run?
Not on this run, but we will be there in August. Amazing. Yeah, we'll be in Chicago, and we're going to be in a little town between Davenport, Iowa, and Chicago. Is it Evanston?
Evanston.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably at Space.
Yeah. We're going to do kind of a Midwest Rust Belt kind of thing.
Nice.
Well, yeah.
And after that tour, we're going to be in the Northeast celebrating the 50-year anniversary of Music and Dreams.
We're just hugely inspired by you, honestly.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, and when we were starting our band, there was just a few. It was at the time Light in the Attic and Numero Group were reissuing all these old records, like Jim Ford, Ted Lucas, I think was obviously was really popping at the time. There was a few other records in yours. I mean, we had heard yours before, but it was like it really started to like be pulled towards our soul, I feel like. And yeah, it's just very formative for us as a project. And we thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. Honestly.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. And that's one of the greatest rewards, to know that you've inspired someone. In our show, before I sing Music and Dreams, I tell everyone to follow their dream. You know, don't forget that backup plan. Dive right into it. Do it. Give it your heart. Just go all the way. And if it doesn't work out, then it didn't. But at least you can say you gave it your all.
Of course.
I kind of took a big break, and I got a second chance.
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful, and I don't take it for granted.
Well, that's the tea. We love to see, and we'll go out of our way to make a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'll really enjoy it. And are you guys touring soon, or are you now?
We've
We're
got,
we're on a slight break right now, but we come back in like a week. We start in Nashville and then do this sort of the Southwest too. We already did like LA and some of the places you're going, but we're doing sort of like the beat markets and all that now.
Yeah, we kind of just did that through Texas and
yeah,
Arkansas and Mississippi,
we're doing the same.
Oklahoma. Yeah, that was kind of fun though, but it wasn't the big crowds.
Yeah, it's a little. It's
It was
fun.
probably all I could handle at the time. So,
Fair enough.
Mhm.
but I'm looking forward to a break this summer, June and July. I just need time to take care of everything that I can't take care of when I'm gone.
We're doing the
schedule.
same exact thing, but
June
except
and
we'll be writing our next record.
Yeah, I don't know how people do that on the road. I get ideas and I jot them down, but I just cannot do it on the road.
Same.
I'm distracted.
We're too busy. We're just like fraying out, frazzled, feeling crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I don't know what our time limit is.
There was none. We just don't want to bother you too much.
Well, you're not bothering me. It's almost lunchtime though.
yeah,
I get my 3 squares,
yeah.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh yeah.
I'm old school, but I love my band. They're new school, and I learn from them, and they learn from me, and
Mm.
we have a happy meeting in the middle. We have a good time.
Yeah.
I
Well,
keep them going.
I
I
can't
keep
wait.
them young.
I can't wait to see that dynamic, and
Mhm.
would be fun to hang out with all of y'all too.
Yeah, maybe we'll do something sometime.
Would love to.
Very good.
One last quick question, just in your experience writing, over the time you have, is there a specific instrument that you like to write on? Is there a guitar that you've written on for a long time, or one that you always come back to, or anything like that?
Well, in the early days, I had an Ovation Balladeer. These days, I have a Triple O Martin I like.
Mhm.
I have a few guitars, but it's always on acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
Back in the days, I did more keyboard stuff than I do now, but it was always acoustic guitar.
Mhm.
Yeah. And 12 strings, I feel like there's a lot of photos of you playing 12 strings back in the day, and you can hear it obviously.
Yeah, I had an old Epiphone 12 string that had the smallest neck, and I loved it.
Mhm.
But the neck started going,
Yep.
and there was no hope for it. And now I have a Martin. It's like it's a very thin body, but it's got a smaller neck than normal. And it's not a real old guitar. It's about 3 years old. It's a something 16, I think. But it's a really nice guitar. And if I ever need to add 12 string parts, I use that.
Nice.
And at one time I had a Taylor 12 string. The very cheapest one they have, or they're not cheap, but the lesser price. And it was excellent for recording.
Awesome.
But I always liked using the acoustic 12 string because it gave sort of a chorus effect,
Hmm.
a natural chorus effect. So,
Yeah.
Well, you're great at it.
well, thanks. I use the chorus pedal more now.
Yeah. Sell
But
out.
we didn't have those back then.
Yeah.
We would play through a Leslie cabinet sometimes. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That gave the kind of
Mm.
bass shifter flange kind of feel.
Hmm.
That was on a lot of the old archive recordings.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's part of the reason why we all love it. Truly.
In fact, and I'm maybe going too far here, but I had a Fender Vibratone Leslie cabinet. It looked like a Fender product, the grill cloth and the black Tolex cover. It was still heavy and bulky, but it was a lot easier than a wooden Leslie cabinet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I played through that, and I even sang through it just to get weird effects.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, that's great.
Well, who's
Yeah.
in Copenhagen?
I am. It's so nice and sunny out here. Have you toured through? Have you done European tours?
No, we're talking UK right now for possibly November.
I guarantee you'll have great crowds and
Yeah, I want to go over there. That's where my people are from.
yeah. Wait, in the UK or Denmark?
UK.
Yeah.
UK.
Yeah. I married
Yeah.
a Danish woman
Oh, okay. There you go. That's how that worked.
a year and a half ago. So I'm literally just here because we're still working on immigration stuff, and I
Yeah.
had a spare week to come out and make sure the marriage is still okay.
Yeah. But y'all still claim Chicago, right?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
We love Chicago. We love it. We
Yeah.
really do. We always do well there.
Oh, I'm sure.
Really.
Was
I'm
the
glad-
Hideout your last Chicago show?
The last one was at Garcia's,
Oh yeah.
the
Yeah.
newer place.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Hideout. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna be there. I don't know the name of the club, but I always look forward to going to Chicago. We spend a little time there when we play there. We did the audio tree thing there.
Oh yeah. We have
That was
some
fun.
videos that work
Those
out.
guys are good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely have to see. I think we're in town most of August, so if we're here, we'll definitely come out to the show.
The Evanston space is a great venue as well. It's very honestly a perfect place to see you.
I'm trying to see where we're gonna be. I can look it up real quick. Well, it's not on that one. All righty, hold on. The old man.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Well, the Rose Bowl Tavern and the other place is Evanston, Illinois Space.
Yeah,
Space.
Yeah. Space is lovely, and it's always a very it's not necessarily like a rowdy show, but everyone's so intent
Mhm.
to listen to your songs, which I'm sure happens all the time to you. But
Yeah, I really like that. They sing along.
Yeah.
And then I talked to them after the show and I felt like a minister or something.
yeah, that's good.
Bless you, thank you.
Yeah.
And hey, I absolutely love it.
Yeah. Totally.
Oh, well.
And did I mention I like Wilco?
Oh yeah. We all love
Chicago.
it.
Yeah, sweetie.
We're all
Okay.
still even. We all still love Wilco.
Yeah, maybe we can open for them someday. All of us.
Yeah.
All of us together.
All of us at one time. Yeah.
Yep. The RLF Whitney Wilco.
Yeah.
There
I
you
know.
go.
We did an interview with Jeff Tweedy one time, and there was something came up about like who's the best Chicago W band. But I think Wilco takes the cake every single time.
What are the other W bands?
I don't even know.
Yeah, there's just Whitney and Wilco, right?
I think that's the whole thing. Is we really just
I know.
if we can be mentioned in the same category as them anytime, even if it's just W bands, we're good.
I saw them last year with Waxahachie opening.
Mm.
That's
Oh, yeah.
W.
Yeah, I just
She's
saw.
not from Chicago.
No, but I just saw her play. She played a acoustic show with MJ Lenderman here in Chicago at
Yeah,
Auditorium Theater. It was a great show.
yeah, she's a Southern girl.
Yeah, Alabama. She's got multiple Chicago-based members of her band, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So for that reason, you like her?
we liked her. We liked her before that. If you hung out with her, she's like such a genuinely sweet human being.
Yeah, I met her at Newport, and she was like, she was just a girl.
Yeah. There's
Very
no like
nice.
no big ego to break
No,
down.
no. I liked her a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, any more questions?
I think that's it, man. You have a great lunch.
I got to figure out what it's going to be. But I appreciate you guys doing what you're doing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking the time, Lester.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And maybe we'll get together down the road.
Yeah, definitely.
Hope to.
See you, man.
Take care of
Good.
that. Man.
See ya.